It is so great seeing my next guest back in action. He's going to be taking on Magomed Ankalaev, UFC 282, December 10th. Really big fight coming up here. It is Jon Blachowicz back here on the program. Jon, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you.
Well, that's good to hear. How was your day? What did you get up to? I know you were stuck in some traffic, you were telling me, or how did your evening go?
I do my training. I take my son and leave him in the grandma. So I've got free evening. So I will enjoy the Saturday night.
There we go. So am I cutting into date night with your wife then right now?
Little bit.
Little bit. Okay. Won't keep you too long. I know how important that is. I really appreciate it. But
I'll pick him up tomorrow. Tomorrow is day off, just rest, sauna, recovery, stuff like this. And that's it, It's when it's the camp, it's a little bit boring, because you just go to the gym, you do your training session, you come back, eat, sleep, and do another training session. So this is how it looks. Nothing, special happened.
So I mentioned it off the top. You're fighting Magomed Ankalaev. When did you find out? When was this fight signed and put to paper?
I knew that I will fight against him. I don't remember when.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't remember when I signed the contract. Couple weeks ago.
Okay, so it's been enough of a time. You've had a full camp, I guess, for this, right?
Yeah, full camp. I know that I will fight against him when they start talking about rematch against Glover and Prohaska. So if they do it, I'm gonna start watching the Ankalaev because I knew that he gonna be my next opponent. So I knew long time that he gonna be my next opponent. My camp is full. It's on the point. Everything is good. Good sparring session. Everything perfect. So I'm happy.
Good to hear. Was the plan always to fight Ankalaev, or were there any talks about you maybe getting a shot at the title again?
They say something. They won't make me fight in earlier. I don't remember what kind of month, but I say that it's too late. Not too late, but too early for me.
Okay.
Because they want to find me in September. I don't train. So I have to just go to Vegas, catch the time, do weight, but what the camp, what the training. So I say no, I can fight with Ankalaev, but not in this month. December, perfect.
What was that September time? Was that for the title, or was that also fighting Ankalaev? Then do you remember which fight?
They say about Ankalaev and about Hamil.
Right.
Hill. About Hill. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway, I say I don't care. I can fight against this or this, but not in this month. Yeah, December for me is perfect.
Your last performance against Rakic, I know it ended in a bit of an injury, but how are you feeling about your overall performance? Because you look great in that fight.
Yeah, I feel good. Because I enjoy inside the octagon. I feel the fight. I feel great. I have this motivation, fire, everything what I didn't have with Glover. I feel it again, so I was happy, Yeah, for sure, I would like to finish the fight, by KO or submission or decision, but, my body was tougher than his. I was ready for third, fourth, and fifth round. He wasn't, so I don't care. I won the fight, and that's it. But, yeah, the most important thing that I feel good inside the octagon. Of course, there was some little bit mistake in second round. He take me down. I don't do nothing. I just laying on my back and, just he don't hurt me anyway, but the round was for him. So this is something when I have to work. When I do this in the gym, it's worked very well. I defend the takedowns. If someone take me down, I stand up very fast. But in the octagon, something it's not working. So I need to work about this a little bit more. Now we focus about that because maybe we're gonna need it.
And you're taking on Ankalaev. Great record. He's 18-1. How do you feel like you match up against him stylistically?
So after fight against me, we're gonna be 18-2. This is what I feel, what I see, what I want to do. But yeah, I have to be focused because he's very tough, very good opponent. Southpaw, very good. He know how to knock out people. He got good wrestling, good ground control. So I have to be ready for this. It's a good matchup for me. Young guy, So I am excited, motivated. I've got good motivation to do it. Yeah, I'm happy, and I'm ready, to do it.
Training camp, has there been anything different as far as, whether it's training partners or anything like that, or has it been pretty much the same this camp as far as who you're working with?
No, it always looks similar, you know. Like we go to mountains, we do sparring. Then the micro stick looks similar, but we just, you know, try to find sparring partners who looks similar to our opponent, do the same what he does. So this is the difference, just sparring partners or style what they do.
Do you work with more wrestlers this camp just because of his style at all, or is it just, you know,
yeah,
again?
I've got now in my team very good wrestler coach. So I work with him. I'm gonna be with him in Vegas. Yeah, because you know, I need to work a little bit more about my wrestling skills.
Okay, you working with any Dagestanis or no, just European fighters?
This is Chechen guy, Anzor Agiev. So he was fighter also before he's wrestler. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, we've got good sparring partners. So I don't worry about this. You know, this part of the camp.
How's the weight cut going? We have a lot of time, obviously, but I know you know, when you take time off and, you know, in between fights, sometimes you want to eat good. So how's all the weight cut going?
All good, you know. I never have problem with my weight, you know. When I start do my camp, just going down very easy. Never have problem with that, you know. So
yeah,
never have problem, but it's not my best part of the camp, yeah, you know. Because even if I do it in easy way, it's always, you know, something what you don't like to do. Because I like to eat. I like to eat a lot of, you know, candies, and and when I train, I cannot do it. So.
Is candy at the top of the list though, as far as, you know, things that you miss the most? Like what are you really missing right now during camp?
Beer and candy.
Okay, there we go. I know it'll be in your locker room after the fight, so there we go.
Yeah,
that's great. How do you envision the fight playing out? Because, you know, the one thing with Ankalaev, he's only got one loss. It was a submission loss to Paul Craig, who Paul Craig's been submitting a lot of people. Do you believe you could be the first fighter to knock out Ankalaev?
Of course, if I will not believe that I can beat him like KO or something like that, I will not take this fight, you know. I need to just do great job in the camp and do great job inside the octagon. Put pressure on him, put my style on him, and, you know, be ready for his, you know, tricks. And that's it, you know. We're gonna be ready. We've got a couple, you know, good action for him. We know his weakness, we know his best weapons, so we're gonna be ready.
Are you disappointed this isn't 5 rounds?
A little bit, yes, because I think that I'm, you know, I prefer fight 5 rounds, because if fight goes longer, I feel better, you know. Yeah. So I have to change a little bit my way of thinking. I need to do first 2 rounds in the locker room, you know, before fight. Yeah. And if I will do it, everything will be perfect. So this is one thing what I have to change. My coach is gonna have to do sparring session in me before the fight.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Have to be careful on me to do not cut me or something like this.
Right. Yeah. We want the fight to go forward, if that makes sense. Yeah. Do you think in general that if there's a fight where there's title implications, like your fight here, do you not think that should be like a mandatory 5-round fight? Because I think, like, to me, those 2 extra rounds do make a difference in a lot of cases. Do you believe that as well?
Of course, that make difference, but I try to don't thinking about this.
Right, it's beyond your control.
I have to be focused about the 3 rounds fight, about Ankalaev, nothing else. After the fight, I can, you know, maybe if we do like this, will be better. But now is it what it is? So I focus about, you know,
that
this
makes
kind
sense.
of battle.
Has there been any talk about one of you being the backup for the main event, just in case something happens? Has that been discussed? No.
No backup. I'm not backup. Nobody tell me. I don't know about Ankalaev, but I'm not backup. I know that after this fight, I will be next contender for the title shot.
Is that something the UFC's told you, or that's just something you believe?
I just know that, you know, they don't have to tell me. It's like, you know, I don't see different, you know, different fighters who can be, you know, next contender after our fight. You know, Glover and Prohaska, they will fight on the same card, so will be perfect, you know. Sit in the green room with the, you know, with the cake and watch my next opponent.
Well, if something did happen, would you step in as the backup, or would you want a full camp if you were going to fight for the title again?
If something happen right now,
if something happened, like even like during the week or anything, would you want to be the backup for the title fight? Just in case.
Why not? You know, title is the title. It's always the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. I just meant in terms of like having a full camp for that one opponent, right? I know some people prefer that, right?
But I'm in the camp, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna be ready, you know, for this is three rounds fight. But I'm gonna be ready for 5 rounds if if something happen, or no problem.
Like the honesty there. Who do you see winning the main event? Jiri and Glover. They had a very close first fight. Jiri ends up winning the title. Who would you favor in the rematch?
For me, it's like before first fight, 50-50. If Glover don't do so many mistakes when he doing first fight, he gonna win the fight.
Okay. So you think if I was to give you a bunch of beer, because I know you fighters aren't allowed to bet anymore, if I was to give you a bunch of beer and you had to put the beer on whoever fighter is going to win, would you say Glover or Jiri?
Glover.
Okay. I like the honesty there. And speaking of Jiri, did you hear that he's been drug tested 51 times? What did you think of that?
Yeah, crazy stuff. But he come to UFC, beat 3 best fighters in UFC. He take the belt, so maybe this is the reason why. But crazy, and I think, and for sure, this is something annoying for him very much. When they almost every day knock to his door.
What's the most you've been tested during a camp? Have you had anything outrageous?
I never counted, but I think 4, 5 times maybe.
Okay, that seems reasonable, right? But 51 times, that's a lot, right? So
it's too much, Come on.
It is. Yeah, and then the other thing with Jiri, which I found interesting, what did you make of his comments about going in a dark room for 3 days without food and water? Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I hear that. But I've got my. I would like, because he says that he have to fight against some kind of demons.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one demon. I can do the same, but I will close with this kind of demon, and I will not let it go from the dark room. The demon was Sakup. You need to check what he does.
I agree. Would you ever do something like that?
No, it's for me. It's if it's something like this work for him, it's okay. But for me, it's something little bit, something not going well inside.
Yes. Okay. I like the honesty on that.
I'm not, someone who have to, it's my opinion only.
Coming up this Saturday, we have the title fight between your former opponent, Israel Adesanya, and Alex Pereira. I was curious how you think that fight will play out. Obviously, Pereira, a training partner of Glover Teixeira.
Yeah. I will watch this fight for sure. It's a very interesting fight, but I think Israel gonna win the fight, and I'm still gonna be the one who beat him.
How do you think Adesanya will win the fight? Some people feel like if he does win, it'll
decision for him. He Pereira is tough. He's very strong. But I know that he beat him twice. I think so in K1. Yeah, but K1 is not MMA, and is just tricky to fast, and just he gonna win by points. This is my opinion about this fight.
Not looking past December 10th, but if all goes well, you get the win, you get the title shot. Would you prefer it to be Glover to avenge that loss, or would you like to fight Jiri just to have some new blood?
I would like to fight for the belt. Doesn't matter who. But rematch with Glover is one rematch would I like to take the most. Because I want to prove myself that I can fight against him very much better, and even I can beat him. But fight with Jiri, they will be the biggest, MMA fight in Europe, because if they gonna give it to him, they have to do it somewhere here in Poland or in Czech Republic.
They have to. I agree. Yeah, somewhere huge. Yeah.
Yeah. And that will be amazing event in this, part of the world. So a win-win for me.
Again, I know you don't pay too much attention to this stuff, but are you worried at all if Glover does win that he retires and you don't get that rematch?
I keep his word, and he say that he give me this rematch, so I believe he will not go to retire.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things going on in your division right now. This isn't confirmed, but it looks like Jamahal Hill is going to fight Anthony Smith. What do you think of that fight? That's a really interesting one for both fighters.
He's in good shape, good road. He's young blood. So I think he can be, we need to have eye on him, because I think everybody in the division feel his breath on the back,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I like to feel this kind of feeling, because this is something would give me motivation to go to the gym and train hard, The young guys, new blood. So I have to be in the shape all the time.
Would you give Hill the edge in that fight if they were to fight over Smith, or do you think Smith can? Smith's a tough guy, right? He's very tough to take out. So who do you see getting the edge in that fight with Hill and Smith?
Yeah, yeah. Anton Smith is very good fighter. He's I don't remember how long he is in this sport, uh, but I will put on Hill. My money if I have to.
For sure. One of your former opponents is no longer in the UFC. Thaigo Santos going to be going over to PFL to win $1 million. What was your thoughts on that?
This was his decision. I wish him best. I like him. We are friends. So I wish him best. I hope so. He's gonna win this, $1 million. So
yeah, great opportunity for him. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. How much longer do you want to keep fighting? I know the belt is the most important thing, getting the belt back, but do you sort of have a timeline of how much longer you want to fight? You're a dad now. I'm sure you're starting to think of things outside of fighting as well.
Yeah, but this is something I would like to do. I don't need to do it, but I want to do it. This is the difference. I want to do it. I feel good. Don't have injuries. So why have to stop it right now? I'm the top. Mm-hmm. I have fun when I'm doing that. So I don't know. But 2, maybe 3 years, something like this. But we will see. After 3 years, I will say maybe another 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah. If you keep winning like this, I mean, it's there's no reason to stop, right? If it's going well.
Of course.
Yeah,
it's going very well. Like I tell you, I feel good. I feel fresh. I don't have any injuries. So I'm gonna do it,
Yeah. No, I love
this
it.
This is something what would give me fun, It's not my. Of course, this is my job also because they pay me for that and stuff like this. But this is all my passion. I do it all my life, So if I have to quit, I'm not gonna have problem with that because I've got a lot of passion in my life. I know what to do after everything, but I don't want to do it right now. I just want to keep going.
Okay. Do you ever see yourself going to heavyweight? I know that's something you've talked about before, potentially.
Yeah, but first of all, I want to try take the belt back.
Yes.
If I do it, then I will go it. If something goes wrong, I don't know. You never know. But I believe everything goes very good. So of course, after 2-3 fights in 205, then I will go to heavyweight.
Do you think this Stipe Miocic and Jon Jones fight will happen? The longer it goes on, the longer I think it won't happen.
I don't believe that Jon Jones will back to fighting anymore. I think that he afraid to lose so much that he will do everything to not coming back.
Okay.
Because everybody see, that was time when he dominate completely our division. After a couple of years, everybody catch his level and was, very hard him to win the fight. Like with Dominic Reyes was very, very close fight. Everybody who fight against him was, close fights and closer. So I think that he start feeling that he is not so good anymore. That we are, growing up, catch his level, and finally someone will stop him. And I think the reason why he don't want to fight is just that he just afraid to lose.
Mm-hmm. And just one more thing on combat sports. Did you watch the Jake Paul and Anderson Silva fight? If so, what did you think?
I just see the knockdown. I don't watch it. But Jake Paul, he's not only YouTuber. He is very good, boxer. I saw his, training session and stuff like this. So, and like he do it only like this, yeah. And Silva, he is not a boxer. So I think okay. And how old is Silva? 47, something like this.
Yeah.
So I knew that something like this could happen, I wasn't surprised that Silva lost the fight.
My last question, where are you taking your wife for your date night? You guys are going out, right? Aren't you?
No, we stay at home. The weather is very bad right now in Poland. So we just, watch some movies and enjoy to be alone.
There you go. Did you eat dinner already, or are you going to order dinner or make dinner?
Yeah, we're going to eat something after interview.
Okay, there you go. That's good. What do you know what you're going to eat? What would you like? I guess because you have to eat pretty healthy because you're in camp right now, right?
When I eat very healthy, then I don't feel good in the camp. So I need to keep balance.
Okay.
So in Monday to Friday, I eat very healthy, and when weekend comes, I cheat a little bit, not too much, but for the mind, for the then I feel much better. So I will not eat very healthy today.
Well, in North America, we eat like a pizza or a hamburger is like a cheat meal. What do you eat in Poland? What do you enjoy eating?
Yeah, pizza, it's a very good cheat meal for me.
Okay, fair enough. And most importantly, did you buy your wife flowers tonight? You should get her something for the date, don't you think?
No time. I was in the training. Then we have to take care of, the son. So I would buy the flowers and everything after the fight. We go somewhere for a vacation and stuff like this. So then we're gonna celebrate together.
That's great.
In this kind of
Good recovery there, Jon.
Up to do, and not, and I'm not thinking about flowers.
Right. No. Good recovery though. Take her out after the fight. That sounds great. Jon, thanks so much for doing this. If there's anyone you'd like to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors or any social media you'd like to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I would like to thanks fans all over the world who support me. Thank you for sending me energy and send me in December 10th because I'm gonna need it. And keep fingers for me.